Hey guys, we're Weekend Runaways, a couple of storytellers who take quick trips around the West Coast and sometimes the world to make weird and wonderful memories that keep our inner kids alive. Though Jeff and I normally explore the happenings out west, a work trip in the deep south had us exploring what's often referred to as the Disneyland of the East. And no, we're not talking about Disney World. This was a theme park hidden within the Smoky Mountains with a mascot who, in some ways, is more larger than life than our old pal Mickey. Far from our home near Hollywood, let's run away to Dollywood.
We're in Dollywood here in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. This is our first time coming here. It's such a beautiful park up in the Smoky Mountains. We're really excited to make this little pit stop on our southern summer road trip. So why don't you come along with us and see what Dollywood is all about.
Oh, I guess we're here.
Just like how Disneyland has Main Street that feels like an early 20th century American town, Dollywood welcomed us with Showstreet, which felt more like Mayberry from Andy Griffith. Before taking off into the unknown wonderland of Dolly Parton's imagination, Jeff and I needed something cold and something caffeinated, and thankfully there were restaurants and quick stands at every turn.
Yeah, this is the iced coffee boba, and we got it over at this little stand. And it's definitely very good. Refreshing, sweet but not too sweet. If you don't like sweet, you might not like it, but it's definitely really refreshing right now. It's so hot out.
One of the first areas off Showstreet was the Dollywood Experience, which celebrates Dolly's life from small-town girl to an international superstar. We, of course, had to see what the inside of her tour bus looked like, and Jeff was fascinated with the bathrooms for some reason.
Can you imagine going to the bathroom while people are sleeping around over there? 2 toilets.
I couldn't get over the fact that this was where a woman I looked up to my whole life had spent years traveling the country. It was the kind of place you wish you could just take in and enjoy, but we didn't want to hold up the line. Next was Dolly, a sort of museum of her life. It was full of props from her movies, displays of her album covers, and it gave me a lot of insight not only on how accomplished her life has been in show business, but on how grateful she was to her upbringing, a theme that I noticed again and again as we made our way through her park.
Ready to eat?
For lunch, we stopped off at Aunt Granny's, which was an all-you-can-eat, family-style restaurant. The food was delicious, much like the way my mama made it, but eating that much heavy food on a hot day like today was going to be a challenge I don't think either of us had considered.
Just had lunch at Aunt Granny's restaurant here in Dollywood. It's an all-you-can-eat, family-style restaurant. It was extremely good. We've got some of our food still here. We've got pot roast, mashed potatoes, and honey glazed carrots. That is just a small sampling of what we ate. We had so much food: fried chicken, corn pudding, mashed potatoes and gravy. It was amazing. And now we're about to have dessert. So I got the cherry cobbler and Jeff got some apple cobbler. We're very original, but they have a ton of different desserts. And what's amazing, it's one price for one person, but it includes a fountain drink, biscuits, and a dessert, all included in that price. So you literally don't have to buy anything else, which is amazing. It's a really cute little restaurant. You get to sit in the shade for a while, get out of the heat, and I really recommend it.
Rather than hopping straight onto the rides, Jeff and I decided to walk around and explore. Anything to help get our mind off the food. Oh, I hate mayonnaise. One thing I had never seen in a theme park before was an actual church called the Robert F. Thomas Chapel, named by Dolly after the doctor who delivered her. Seeing an actual church with actual church services was both wholesome and touching at the same time, but Jeff didn't seem that impressed. Just kidding, he cried. There was also a small replica schoolhouse, Calico Falls, which gave us a glimpse of a time when children in rural areas would learn together in one room, and when women teachers were not allowed to be in a carriage with a man unless it was her father or brother. The exhibits were all charming, but the one that I think hit us the hardest was the replica of Dolly's home when she was growing up.
So here we are at the replica of Dolly Parton's childhood home. It's not the actual one, of course, but it is a replica of the Parton home place where she grew up with 10 brothers and sisters. Wow. And there's Jeff. What are you doing at Dolly's house?
She invited me over.
Oh my gosh. Wow. I love the newspapers. A little stove and kitchen. And a bedroom. Definitely an itty-bitty space for a lot of people, but really shows the humble roots she came from. It's so sweet that she honors them with this.
Our food was almost settled as we made our way around the park, but something else started bothering me big time.
So my eye has been hurting all day, and I was wondering if there was something in my contact. And finally I thought, this is gonna ruin my time here at Dollywood. So I went to go wash out my contact and I pulled it out, and here's what it looked like. So it literally has a hole in the middle of the contact. And that's why my eye was hurting. So yeah, we're just gonna take that out and enjoy the rest of our time here at Dollywood.
With a bit more blurry vision, I was ready to take on some rides. One thing that was almost immediately clear was that this was a world of roller coasters.
Just got off the Thunderhead roller coaster. Jeff and I agree, I think that was our favorite, right? You said it was your favorite?
I love thunder.
He loves thunder, but it was really good. It was like an all wooden roller coaster, and you didn't go upside down, I don't think, but it was just very thrilling, but not so crazy that you couldn't take in the views and kind of enjoy what you were looking at. It was a lot of fun, except Jeff kept crushing me because he was trying to hold on to his wallet.
Jeff and I like roller coasters, but we're much bigger on world building and immersion. By comparison to, say, Splash Mountain or Hagrid's Motorbike Adventures, these felt more like carnival attractions, well thought out and polished, but with more focus on the thrill than theming.
Alright, I've heard good things about this lemonade. Let's see how it is. This is the peach lemonade. Oh wow, that is so good. And it is so stinking hot. This is amazing.
As the day wound down, we found some lemonade and Dippin' Dots, which I didn't know still existed, and we just enjoyed our last moments in the park. As we listened to live music and Jeff looked at some ducks, we knew that this was an experience we couldn't get elsewhere. Perhaps other parks had better rides, but nothing had the heart that Dolly brought here. Dollywood wasn't Disney World, and it wasn't meant to be. It was a love letter to America, to country music, to family, and to God. Though we arrived in search of cheap thrills and a weekend runaway, we left with a new perspective on what a life can look like when it anchors its boundless possibilities with small-town humility. And if that's not what travel is about, then I don't know what is.